Villager, we have arguably the villager, Interrobang, one of Connecticut's finest and one of the most infamous for playing campy. He is an incredibly patient player and makes the best of use of villagers' tools in this game, and this is a matchup that's going to force that passive play. Lyric, I hope you like the ledge, because we're going to be chilling.
Listen, I'm okay with the ledge play, as long as, you know what, it's smart ledge play. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of the times people say to themselves, like, let me just, you know, throw out my A, B, and C option. Now, here's the thing. You are playing against a Shulk, though. Shulk is one of those tricky characters that if you don't know what to expect, you're going to get hit by a lot. So once again, so far Interrobang, you know, playing their game, but Bako is also doing a really good job of utilizing the Minato hitbox to really go out there and challenge what he's going through. So once again, so far things have changed, but you know what? If I'm Bako, I'm saying to myself, you know what? If I get that percentage lead, I'm gonna go to the other side of the stage. I'll play your game just as well as you do.
It's a very real way of responding here, because one of the intricacies of this matchup is that Shulk has no problem at all with taking the base platform, and yeah, you should be terrified of that hit. That was just
so sad too, because he definitely had the right read. Now here's the thing, Smash Minato is out, and while that will apply to Villager, I don't know, sometimes if you're Shulk, you can, you know, get hit by something that sent you mad far out.
Not even just that, but the way that Interrobang is approaching this matchup, it doesn't matter how well Shulk can take the base platform, you're giving it to him on an open platter. So you have to force playing at the ledge, which Shulk doesn't have the greatest of tools for ledge trapping. Can respond off stage well, and an excellent response there to the jump is going to put Interrobang in a position where he has to be more aggressive. Yeah,
no, for sure. Once again, what I'm really going to be kind of focusing on here is not only just Bako's way of actually holding the lead, but Interrobang's response to that. Because listen, you can be comfortable camping in the corner, but honestly, in my opinion, there is no reason why Bako should be going in right now. Listen, you are just constantly getting hit by Lloyd. If you get a back throw off the side of the stage, that's curtains for your stock. And technically, you're giving up advantage by even just approaching right now. Going to be that back throw that we talked about. And
that wasn't the DI. No, man, that was not the DI in the slightest.
I know you still have Stock Taker down. Does he still play Villager, or is he just really Wolf Seth now?
It is Wolf. He is Wolf through and through. He don't even want to look in the general direction of Villager, and honestly, I don't blame him. There's been a lot of changes to Villager in regards to like where he sits in the meta, and I feel like he's just a watered-down version of Sephiroth, to be honest with you, with how he controls space, but the value in playing Villager is his ability to play offstage as effectively as we're seeing in Interrobang. You see the Lloyd stalling, you see him playing at max distance with the slingshots, and while we haven't seen it yet, the use of Sapling to act as a trap on ground near the ledge is actually super effective against Shulk.
That was so smart, but I think Interrobang was ready for something like that, but he uses the vision to kind of get closing the gap as well. But percentages have changed into the down throw into the nothing, but that's okay, just to kind of like feel it out. Speed Minato goes for the Lloyd kind of counter here, but nothing home.
Yeah, I think Interrobang is trying to figure out what he can get out of vision from purposely procking it. Good anti-air out of the up air. You've got a 40% chance of getting 3 turnips, and if you're not going to be DIing that or shifting into shield, that's curtains for you.
Ooh, okay, so you were talking about that sapling play a little bit earlier. It's nice to see that he's only actually going to activate it when somebody gets close. I feel like a lot of times villagers will prop it up and then just kind of leave it there, or they'll try and get them to come over there, but he's actually using it on reaction because that tree still has a pretty big hitbox, correct?
Not only does it have a large hitbox, it also lingers far longer than you'd imagine after it raises. And it's like a large cylinder that's just sitting there, and then not only do you have the tree potentially as an active trap right then and there, you have access to Axe, which in this matchup gives you a very reliable close range option. You've seen that Bako's got no issue with getting in close, so having some sort of burst option like that when he's right in your face is going to be perfect for Interrobang.
Here we go. I feel like Bako just can't find the option with the Minato that he needs, so he's kind of just struggling to get the KO right now. He's going to find that jump Minato right at the perfect time that he needs it. And he's actually going to... I thought he actually put it away for a quick second because now it's actually offline. And, you're sitting at 80 on your last stock. You are going to need every single option that you have to kind of come back. Some of these F smashes are a little bit, predictable, I'd say, at that point, but that wasn't.
All right, backslash actually does more damage if it hits the back of an opponent, so finally punishing Interrobang for retreating so often. With that being said, though, still a pretty heavy damage deficit, and like you brought up earlier, Bako's just been constantly approaching, playing into Interrobang's traps, because a lot of villagers' buttons are not especially fast.
Nope.
And as can be said for all zoners, they control a set space really well, but if you exist outside that space, you're forcing them to approach one way or another.
Had the right idea once again, just spacing a little bit off on that one, but one thing that Shulk can do is carry off stage, but decides to go against it. You know what, I can appreciate it just because I do think Villager is a little bit trickier off stage, and Speed Minato was definitely not strong enough to get the KO. I think if you're Smash Minato, which he really hasn't used most of this set, I feel like it's a little bit more likely. Gotta watch out though, Intero gonna have the ledge for the start of this edge guard, but gonna be able, Bako, nice, coming back on stage.
All right, swapping into Buster Art, I think was a really good call now that you're trying to close the gap, because look at all that damage, and now we're in Smash Art.
You gotta watch that
Forward
though.
throw with Max Rage might actually do it, but opts to pick out if that's Porky Eye, and yes it is, and Interrobang just like that's gonna lose out game one.
The best part of that is that he actually put the Smash Minato away for that moment. He was like, you know what, let me save this, but oh my god, that was crazy.
Like, one of the things I always like bringing up whenever I see a Shulk is that the threat of Smash Art is more valuable than Smash Art itself. So Bako opting to just flash it and then have Interrobang respond, it's almost akin to how Aegis players will swap between Pyra and Mythra. Like, you have to react to one or the other.
Yep.
So here you're reacting to a Shulk that's going to slap the shit out of you, or you're going to react to, like, a decent forward air. It's a good forward air, but it's not writing home anything.
Did you
Down
know-
air, though, gives you a game.
But
Hey,
you
yo,
know,
what's the snake?
yeah, I was about to say, I was like, you hyped up the Villager a lot, doesn't seem to work out, so you know what? I actually disagree with the snake pick. One of the things that Ultimate has over a lot of other games is that there are 86 characters in this game. And if you play a character that isn't played too often, you do have the ability to get what I like to call the matchup advantage, where, you know, not a lot of players may have this in their region. Now, here's the thing. You're counterpicking Snake into someone who lives in the same region as Pelka? So, I don't know. Bako playing, you know, a lot more confident now, and I feel like Interrobang is just playing a little bit slower. We saw that first interaction go really quickly, but now it's kind of slowed down in their favor. Gotta watch out for all that minefield. Yeah,
no, character-wise, I was a bit shocked at first, but after seeing the way that Interrobang is making use of C4 and grenades, it makes a lot of sense because it's still the same kiting with the projectiles, making Bako approach into it, taking lots of damage. Although I feel like because Snake is a larger target, Bako is finding more counter hits, but is finding themselves right into up tilt.
Trying to find one of those up airs.
Hey, yo, he trying.
It would have killed. It would have definitely KO'd. Like, that's definitely not something that's just random. But you know what? Interrobang's playstyle definitely shines a lot better with Snake than it would with Villager. I feel like you're getting a lot more you're getting more rewarded for something like this because your grenades are going to do so much. We see this from Snake players all the time, especially from someone like MVD at SmashCon. He got some crazy like grenade setup and it did like 60. So once again, like playstyles will kind of capitalize off of certain players, but so far just Intero's just hanging out, and it doesn't look like last game where he's about to lose his stock either. It looks really comfortable.
Yeah, no, just being able to go from ledge to ledge, putting out 1 C4, 2 grenades, and then threatening with Snake himself is proving to be very difficult of a wall to press through for Bako. Forward tilt almost threatening a shield break, but no dice on the kill yet.
All right, here we go. Bako, this is his chance because he's about to get lapped here. Forward throw, that's it.
Yeah. I was just about to bring up how, like, you highlighted in Game 1 that we don't see Bako going into Smash Art a lot. And I feel like Smash Art's going to find a lot more value here because at early percentages, one grenade is just sending you away from Snake. It's not killing you, but it is going to force a reset in neutral. At higher percentages, you get up tilt. Up tilt on Smash Art is going to not only anti-air Snake, but blow him out.
Alrighty, here we go once again. Bako just kind of spacing a little bit. Oh, goes for the cheeky grab. You know what? Run up grab's an option. I'm down for it.
When you're in Speed Art, nearly one of the fastest characters in the game, you might as well.
I feel like Bako isn't necessarily recognizing that C4 is a threat. I saw him play a lot under that platform, and he's at 162. And Shulk isn't necessarily a heavy, so once again, I feel like that F-tilt meant to be a forward air off ledge. Put yourself in a terrible position, but you're going to be able to survive one more hit. My heart stopped.
Interrobang really trying out here. This is a phenomenal lead. If the down air, not switching to jump art ends up being disastrous for Bako. I was just about to say, if they at least did rising there and hit the Cypher, they would have been cool with it. Because then Interrobang just falls to his doom. But now you've got Interrobang with a really comfortable lead. You're not seeing him approach anytime soon.
Right, here we go. Good grab by Bako once again, just trying to find his way in. I feel like, there's a good amount of time that you need to download somebody, but, I don't feel like download saving him. I feel like it's just projectile kind of mishap and mayhem going on.
I was about to say, if this is a download, this at dial-up speeds.
Yeah.
This is kind of rough to watch.
Internet Explorer. All right.
On those Windows Millennium vibes, but either way, it's bringing us to game 3.
Yeah, no, the Snake, I was definitely a little weary of it at first, especially because we saw how aggressive Bako got with it at first, and then, it just kind of, once again, accented Interrobang's playstyle and ended up working out really, really well for him.
Now, one thing I'm curious to see is if we go to a different stage, if Interrobang is going to go back to Villager, because Villager is the tried and true for Interrobang. But that Snake worked out really well. It looked like Bako just did not understand how to pierce through the wall of projectiles.
Stage list is, by the way, I know a couple regions are switching up their stage list. The 5 starters are still here, but instead of Northern Cave and the counter pick, it's actually Town City Hollow Bastion. So just want to kind of throw that out there since, every region has decided that they all of a sudden hate PS2.
This event runs the Collision Series rule set.
Gotcha.
So, and it's the most recent one, which just
Hollow
makes
Bastion.
a counter pick out of Hollow Bastion, which seems to be our setting for game 3.
So I believe this was FD Hollow Bastion from what I saw. I did see a little bit of mixing up there.
Was it the Omega? You know what's funny about that? I was just about to bring up that according to the points on where the collision is mapped for Hollow Bastion, it's exactly like FD. It's
so
just FD with a platform.
Yeah, you're just
and this is just FD with
no platform. Can I get FD with no platform, please? It's like we have It's like I want Hollow Bastion. We have Hollow Bastion at home, and it's like it's this without the platform. All right, here we go. So now we get to listen to some great Kingdom Hearts music. But let's talk about this stage. Why do you think Bako went here?
There's no platforms for Interrobang to take advantage of with C4. C4 on platforms made it extremely difficult for Bako to be able to go forward. And here, if C4 is going to be active, more likely than not, it's going to be from Interrobang dropping while recovering from high.
Right. All right, here we go. Once again. Going for the vision there, not exactly gonna see it, but now Interrobang is still playing smart, but I feel like he's actually playing a little bit more aggressive now that he doesn't have a platform to hide under. But going for the up tilt, shield art gonna save his butt there because that was definitely going to be a KO. I feel like Hollow Bastion FD, they have the same ceiling, but that FD ceiling is a lot smaller than people think it is.
Yeah, it's a very normal stage, I would say. It's not especially small, but you're going there quick when you consider the fact that Interrobang has littered the space with explosives all over the place. We're seeing the bouncing of grenades. We're seeing up smash to anti-air space. C4 dropping aplenty. At 225, Interrobang up tilts. I don't even know if we're going to see Shulk fly upwards. He's just going to get deleted.
He's just going to despawn. Yeah, no. I mean, I saw him fly on that one, Hangman. Alrighty, here we go, though. But what Bako is doing now so much better than what he was doing last game is that he's actually using Shield Monado now. A lot of those...
Ooh, and Smash Art, too!
Yeah, he's utilizing his tools. It's pretty important when you can play a character like Shulk. But once again, that is a double-edged sword that you got right there. Using the what's it called? The shield, or the grab armor on that, so he didn't actually get hit by the up smash. Really smart. But once again, Interrobang just, having a day.
This is another day in the office for Interrobang. Connecticut players are very familiar with Interrobang's play. Anyone who's familiar with any infamously passive play is most likely familiar with Interrobang's Villager. And the Snake is looking to meet form just as well. This onslaught of projectiles with no Snake to be found has proven to be very difficult for Bako to deal with.
Tech check is passed, but once again, Bako can get this. Unfortunate, but he's able to actually pick it back up. Oh my god, that grenade almost saved him. But this is game 3, now last stock, last hit. This was so in Interrobang's kind of hands earlier. We saw Bako really struggling, but this is the thing about Shulk. He's a little cheesy, right? So he's got a couple of options, and I feel like Snake is just a little bit bit more honest than Shulk in that kind of aspect here. Once again, switching to shield to make sure that nothing really goes through him. But once again, now he's a little bit slow. I would get rid of that. Like, you want to save that.
You know what I think it is, Lyric? I think it's the fact that somewhere along in this game 3, it clicked for Bako that he could just go in front of Snake and press a button, and they both have to hold the L on the damage you take from grenades.
Yep.
Interrobang's percentage has been climbing much quicker since we've seen Bako be a lot more aggressive. And even though it's Shulk at 119, with proper use of Shield Art, you don't have to worry about anything anytime soon.
All right, going for a little bit of sticky neutral there. Once again, Shield Art is down, so if Interrobang wants to make a move, I would actually do it. You're thinking about... Oh, yeah, no. You're thinking about it now, and we saw Bako live at 225, so...
Oh, that's up tilt.
Yep.
That's catching you out.
That was something, but that definitely felt like a foot hitting somebody. And Interrobang's going to narrowly take that 2-1.
Yep. It was a slow but steady